Imagine this. He wakes up, checks his phone, and there it is. One message. Short, calm, not needy, not dramatic. Just enough to slip into his mind and refuse to leave. You don't say good morning like everyone else. You say, I had the strangest thought about you this morning, but I'll tell you later. And then you stop. No explanation, no follow-up. Now he's brushing his teeth, but he's thinking about that line. On his way to work, he's replaying it. Later means when, what thought, why strange. His curiosity is awake before his coffee. Here's the secret most people miss. It's not about what you say, it's about what you don't finish. The human brain hates unfinished stories. Once you open a loop, his mind will try to close it all day. A few hours later, you send nothing. Silence does the heavy lifting. Silence is powerful when it's confident. He checks his phone once, twice. Maybe he types something and deletes it. Then, casually, you send the text. You know what I realized this morning? You have this way of showing up in my head at the most random moments. That's it. No emojis, no explanation. Now his brain goes into overdrive. Random moments? Which moments? Why him? How often? He starts scanning his own day, wondering when you thought about him, why he matters enough to cross your mind. This works because you're not asking for attention, you're offering presence, and presence feels rare. Later, when he replies, don't rush. Let a little time pass. When you finally answer, keep it grounded. It was nothing big, just a small moment that made me smile. Small, simple, real. Now here's the part that makes it stick all day. Before the conversation ends, you send one final line. I'll probably think about it again later. That's the text. You're not promising anything, you're not chasing. You're gently placing yourself back into his future timeline. Later today, tonight, tomorrow. Now, even when the chat ends, the thought doesn't. Why does this work so well? Because you never put pressure on him to react a certain way. You didn't ask a question. You didn't demand reassurance. You didn't explain yourself. You let him do the emotional work. And when someone invests emotionally, even quietly, they remember. If you want to soften it, you can say, funny how some people just cross your mind without warning. If you want to make it warmer, say, it felt familiar, in a good way. If you want to make it playful, say, I blame you for the distraction. But the rule stays the same. Short, open-ended, calm confidence. The goal is not to make him reply instantly. The goal is to make him pause, smile, and think of you when his phone isn't even in his hand. Because the most powerful text isn't the one that gets the fastest reply. It's the one that stays with him long after the screen goes dark.